So this is my new Halo Merus 7. All the specs were at the start of the video in case you missed any of that, but they're also in the description below. We're going to touch on a few things such as communication, the build time, compare it to some other guitars in the production world that we've played, look at issues and any improvements as well, and value for money, and just an overall on my latest Halo custom. So just to firstly touch on, I guess, a short timeline on the build of this guitar. The order was originally placed in December 2014. The original, I guess, the estimated delivery date was said to be May 2015, with some bits and pieces throughout the build, which I'll touch on shortly, that got pushed back, and we ended up with an October 2015, late October 2015 delivery date. But the communication in between that time was actually very good with Halo and with Jeff from Halo. Obviously they've got business to run, they've got other customers, other builds that they're doing, so they can't be replying back to me every time I send an email. So, I'm always interested in updates on the guitar. Give me more photos, what's going on with this, hey, how's it looking? But I understand, I wasn't going to get a reply back at every single email, an hour later. So they provided me with a lot of photo updates in emails based around the actual color of the body. In the online builder, it was actually quite a vibrant blue, and as you can see, this is not as vibrant. The original colors that were being sent through actually were more of a purple. The emails coming back and forth, and I told Jeff, I said, look, I wasn't really too happy with the color that was that I had at the time, and they eventually came out with this, and they showed me some really good photos, and I was really happy. And to see it in real life when I finally got it, I was even happier. I think looking at it now, if I'd gone with the blue that was originally from the online builder, I may have been happier, I may have been less happy because it was too vibrant, too blue, but I'm really happy with this. So the front is actually completely fantastic. So there's the headstock, there's the body, all that is in the photos anyway, so you can check that out. As you can see, the back colour, the back of the body is quite good as well. Obviously matched the front. There's no blemishes, no issues in the back there. You can probably see in the neck, and you've probably seen from some of the photos as well, that the neck colour is actually mismatched to the body. That's one of the issues I will go through a little later, so I'll explain that in more detail then. So that's basically it compared to the online builder. So this, in comparison to my first Halo build, my first Halo is a Salvus, which, for those of you that don't know the model names and bodies, that's a Telecaster style body. It's an Alder wood as well. Through neck design, it's just a totally different style of guitar, and I was really impressed with that. But this, in comparison to that, the feel on this one does feel a lot better, and I think that comes down to my personal preference towards this guitar. My previous one, I didn't actually get any tapers or anything like that. It had the curved edges as a standard sort of feature, whereas this one has the tapered edges all the way around. And the neck actually does feel a lot nicer compared to that first build too. So they were also 2 years apart as well. So if I may say that Halo have improved on their build quality. We'll go through some of the issues that I've found on this guitar after playing it now for about 4 months. So I'll start up at this end, at the headstock. There's actually no issues with the headstock. I'm just sort of starting at this end. You can see it there. It's quite nice. It's all spalted, still there. The back of the headstock obviously matches the neck. Going on to the maple fretboard, no issues that I found on the fretwork, the fretboard itself. No overhanging frets. They're quite rounded off quite nicely. there was, and I'm not sure if this was, you know, done at Halo, if it was done in transport or wherever, but I've got a slight divot here at my second fret. I'm not sure if you can see that, but that's there. There's not too much to that. Going on to the neck join, everything's really good there. It's a bolt-on neck. Everything's, you know, pretty slick and pretty smooth around there. So as I mentioned, I've played this guitar now for 4 months, and over that period of time, I noticed most recently that there was an exposed wire in the electronics cavity, and it was causing the guitar to cut in and out while it's plugged into, you know, an amp, interfaces and all that sort of stuff. We opened it up and found the exposed wire, and it was actually touching the shielding of the cavity wall, which was causing the earthing issue. So that was a simple fix, bit of electrical tape around that bit of exposed wire, all done and dusted. So just to quickly recap on those issues again, we had that little divot there around the second fret, the electronics cavity with the exposed wire, easy fix on that one, not so much with that little dent. The dent, not sure again where it happened, whether it was at Halo or in transport. And during the build process there was the color issue, but I will say that I am 100% happy with this color, and there's obviously that mismatched color on the back, but I can deal with that. I will mention as well that the routing and the installation of the pickup, the SEYMOUR DUNCAN PEGASUS, is really neat, really tidy. If you're going to be really picky about it, you can say that there's some slight unevenness, but like it's pretty precise. There is a lot of precision in that, so that's pretty commendable. HIPSHOT bridge mounted really well. Everything looks pretty solid there. So as my overall thoughts on my second Halo custom, I love it. I absolutely love this guitar. I've always wanted a maple fretboard, a matte finish guitar as well, something I was really keen on doing. Something in blue, and the Spalted finish as well. There's also a bit of a flame that came through that finish, which is actually quite cool. And it was a bit unexpected, but hey, I love it. I reckon it's come out really, really nice. So that's my overall thoughts on my Halo Merus. Thanks.
Reviewing my bandmate's guitar, Halo custom shop. I guess first of all, it's obviously not built to my specs. 27-inch scale isn't really my thing. My main guitar that I play at the moment is an RGD Prestige 7-string, and it's a 26.5-inch scale. That's about as far as I go as long as extended scale lengths. Maple boards have never really been my thing, and usually have a neck pickup. So apart from those things, I guess the guitar turned out alright. As you can see, I got a chance to play it and do a bit of recording with it. I've been around the guitar, I guess, since Adrian first got it as well. Seen it along the way since he got it. The issues with obviously electronics, with it earthing out. Small minor dent in there. And the other one I noticed that I'd like to add is the bridge seems to be sitting ever so slightly low, I guess. The saddles are nearly at full adjustment to sort of get the action in it there. I mean, it doesn't cause any problems. You just an observation that the saddles sit reasonably high on it. Once again, a very sort of minor thing, I guess. As far as like the neck profile goes, it's actually really comfortable. It's not Ibanez thin, but in saying that, it's definitely not a thick neck. It's got a very round profile. There's definitely no shoulders on it or anything like that. I'd probably liken it to some of the more recent necks that Schecter's been putting out. Would be, I guess what it reminds me of. A very comfortable neck. It's likening this to Adrian's other guitar, which if you've seen the other video to it, sort of goes in depth on it. This neck feels a lot better than that one. If this is what Halo's doing now, then it's, yeah, they've definitely made some improvements there. The overall fit and finish of the guitar, it's definitely on par with, I guess, most other guitars you'd find in this sort of price bracket. There's no glaring flaws or anything like that in it. Overall finish is done really well. The veneers that they have fitted on the body and the headstock, they look good. The inlay work and that sort of thing, it's all sort of tidy on it. It's a very minimalist guitar, but it's very well done. Some suggestions for Halo to maybe make some improvements or something like that. First of all, I don't know, this guitar just feels like it needs a loop or something like that. That's just a preference of mine. And I think if they can do what they're doing with the rest of these guitars at the moment, and putting stuff out like this, little things like that can make a big difference as well. But apart from that, I've had no real issues playing with it. The frets feel good, there's no frets lifting, and this is after having the guitar for 4 months. There's been no issues with that. I've had no issues playing with it, apart from, the slightly longer scale to what I'm used to. But yeah, overall, it's a pretty decent guitar. I'm not gonna say it's the greatest guitar I've ever played or anything like that. But there's definitely no problems with it, and it's definitely not an uncomfortable guitar to play. It's the more I play it, the more I like playing it. That's basically my bit on it. Yeah, cool.
Alright guys, thanks for watching our demo and review on my latest Halo Merus 7. If you wish to ask any questions, or if you have any feedback for us, chuck them in the comments below or hit us up on Facebook. Also, if you would like to check out my first Halo Salvas demo review, click here, and you can follow that and check that one out as well. Thanks again guys, and enjoy. Later.